Alright everybody, we're going to do something a little different today. This is what I call my archive video. This is the smorgasbord, if you will, of horror DVDs. I have pulled some of these out of a place where they're stored. The reason there's so many videos that I'm going to cover in this is that the way I have them stored, I would never remember which ones I showed you, which ones I didn't if I did a smaller video. So this video is going to run longer than normal. This is the biggest video I've ever done. Obviously I'm in a different location so from where I usually am, because other people are other places in the place doing other things and I don't want to disturb them. So anyway, so I'm doing my video here. So I'm going to go through these as fast as possible. Like I said, this video is going to be big. Hopefully not so big that you're bored with it, but so I'm going to go through these titles fairly quickly. Alright, I'm going to get started. Friday the 13th, uncut, lenticular cover. Absolutely fantastic. Part 2, also very good. Part 3 with the 3D glasses. Part 4, the final chapter. Part 5 I didn't have the lenticular cover for, but Part 5 is there as well. I enjoy this one as well. Part 6, Friday the 13th. Part 7, The New Blood. Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. For about 20 minutes of the movie anyway he does. Sorry for the spoiler there, guys, if you haven't seen that one by now. So anyway, there are the Friday the 13th films out of my archive collection. Next up we have a classic. You can call this a thriller. I don't know if some people consider it horror. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. The Rats. I love me a good rat movie. I like this one too. It's a good one. Survival Island. Ultimate Edition Dawn of the Dead. This is, no, it's not limited edition, it's just the Ultimate Edition. Got 3 different versions of the movie. I know, why do you need 3 different versions? Well, if you like the movie, you know, it's a nice thing to have. Humanoids from the Deep. Roger Corman classic. Love this one. Wrong Turn. To me, this is a mix of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Just Before Dawn. So I really like this movie because I like both those films. And it's really a lot like those two combined. Fear No Evil. This is a great one about a kid who's bullied. And this thing gets crazy. I love this movie. I got a lot of glare here, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. The Suckling. Basically, this is a aborted fetus getting his revenge. So take that for what it's worth. Orphan. Another child movie. Very creepy. Love it. If you haven't seen Orphan, I think it's one of the movies that people don't talk about near as much as they should for how good it is. It really is fantastic. Let's see. I have got... Oh, here we go. These are good ones. Species. Natasha Henstridge. Species 2, not quite as good, but still enjoyable. Respectable follow-up. Species 3, another one I like a lot. I don't know how to get rid of that glare. Species 4, The Awakening, which isn't bad. Probably the weakest of all of them, but I liked all of them. Very respectable series. I liked them all the way through. Here's a rare one from the old Dead Alive Productions. What was the Spectrum DVD is who put this out. It's called Feast. Cannibalistic movie with weird sexual overtones and a very dark sense of humor. Very hard to find, but I don't think it's overly expensive. If you can find it, it doesn't seem to be high on the collector's list for whatever reason. Last time I checked, anyway. Night of a Thousand Cats. Saw this on video when I was a kid. Night of a Thousand Cats is awesome. Love it. Always like my cat movies. Victim of the Haunt, Beau Bridges, Sharon Lawrence. It's a good one. Good little ghost story. Classic, Cujo. It's one of the original versions that came out on DVD, and it's not in widescreen, it's in full screen. But I have a Blu-ray of that now, but I like the cover art, so hey, why not? House on the Edge of the Park, the old Shriek Show edition, I'm sorry. Love that one, David Hess from Last House on the Left. These next two are for adults only. There's nothing really explicit in the cover art here, so I'm not worried about showing it, but these are for adults only. This is Jody Amato's Erotic Nights of the Living Dead. And this is the original Shriek Show edition, uncut version. Here's one called Porno Holocaust. That picture, I don't know, is suggestive, so I'll go ahead and cover the bottom of it. But anyway, that's a rare one now. And you can get that on Blu-ray, I think, through Diabolic DVD. It's just hardly any of the vendors carry it because of the adult subject matter in it. So, obviously, from a title like Porno Holocaust, what do you expect? Bermuda Triangle Cyclone 2-pack. This one, for all of a sudden, got rare quickly and somewhat valuable. Bermuda Triangle has been many times by many people said that it is one of the worst movies ever. It gets horrible ratings. Cyclone, I had a little trouble watching it due to the animal cruelty, so just the whole nature of the movie, but maybe someday I'll be able to finish watching it, you know. Amityville Horror, the original Amityville Horror, one of my all-time favorites. That's actually, for the record, the first R-rated movie I ever saw, and one of the first movies to give me nightmares for days. Lost Voyage, Judd Nelson, you know, who you remember from Breakfast Club. It's a good one. Hi there. I've got a visitor. My son has jumped in here.
Sorry.
You want to get your face in there? Say hi to everybody.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I thought he would be playing on his links or something, but I'm sorry. I guess I'll be here for the rest of the video. I didn't expect it to be a video, but yeah, sure. I haven't been here in a while, so here we go.
Okay. Here, let me make some room for you, because I'm just kind of piling this stuff
up. Lot of movies here.
Okay. This video is going to run kind of long, so in order to keep this going, I got to keep kind of moving on these. Otherwise, we'll put everybody to sleep. The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, classic. Everybody knows that one.
Very classic.
Aberration.
What the?
A little lesser known, low-budget movie. Actually has some really good scares in it. Very creepy. A lot of fun.
Jump scares.
And then we've got Shrooms, which was actually quite interesting. I got this.
That looks like a forest, like with a skeleton on it.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that.
See, the mushrooms are up in the moonlight and they make it look like a skull. Which, I love the artwork on this. Very cool. Joyride.
Joyride? I don't really understand that. Is that even like a horror movie?
It is. It's about a trucker who gets offended by these kids and they get a little road rage going, and this trucker, he gets kind of nasty with these kids. Okay,
guys, do not be nasty. I have actually went to the principal's office before, so do stay clear, be nice, and yeah.
Yeah, no road rage. Everybody be nice to each other on the road and consider it. Yeah. So everybody's safe. Pin. This is a weird, whacked out movie. Guy is really too much in love with his mannequin.
A mannequin?
Mannequin, you know, like in the store.
Mannequin.
Here, be careful here, baby. Okay.
Yeah.
What have you done to Solange? This is the old Shriek Show edition. This has been released on Blu-ray from Arrow Video.
Hashtag question marks.
Yeah, but this is a very good giallo, if you know what a giallo is.
What is that even there for? What are all those question marks about?
Because it's a question. What have you done to Solange? So they're just emphasizing the question.
Oh, that makes sense. I got you there. I got the sense in you.
Everybody knows Paranormal Activity, of course. Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal.
Yes, everybody knows that.
That one looks cool. I spit on your grave, too.
Yep.
That would get you sent to the principal's office.
And he's not allowed to watch this one. If you all know the Spit on Your Grave series, it's basically rape revenge stuff. So no, he's not been allowed to watch that.
Reminds me of the word raptor.
Yeah. I Spit on Your Grave, the original and the remake. This is out of print now. So if you find this somewhere cheap, pick it up. Because for some reason this is going for top dollar now. I guess because it's got the original. Top dollar? It's got the original on it, and
At least it's not $500,000.
no, it's not. But the original's out of print. I think it runs, at least upwards of $40, $50 for a used copy. Here's a very rare one. This is the original Anchor Bay. I've told you about Anchor Bay. Goodness. That little label right there.
That looks so scary.
And it is. It's great. It's Brooke Shields' first movie, Alice, Sweet Alice. If you have not seen this, you can track down. There is a region-free Blu-ray of this available. I don't think a Region 1 has been issued yet, but you can get this on Blu-ray. And
is that like the first one, or is that the remake?
No. This isn't the remake. This is the original. There was no remake that I'm aware of. But
really?
This particular film.
Is there a second one?
No, they never made a sequel.
Wow.
Kind of a smaller film.
Very sad. Very, very sad.
Paranormal Activity 4. Don't worry, 2 and 3 are in here somewhere.
2 or 3.
Ooh, Great Dimension Extreme Terror 6-pack. This has got Black Sheep, 13, Game of Dead, Rogue, great crocodile film, Welcome to the Jungle, one of those cannibal movies.
The most brutal one is either Automation Transfusion or Black
Transfusion.
Sheep.
Black Sheep is funny. It's a lot of fun. If you like Bad Taste and some of the more comical horror, Black Sheep's great. And Broken, there's the cover. And I think you can still get this. Well, maybe not. The Dimension Extreme stuff, I think, all went out of print, so this 6-pack may be hard to find.
Actually, guys, you probably can't read it because, or maybe you can, but from what I see on the video camera right now, it's actually showing the stuff backwards. So, if you were looking at us right now, I would probably be on this side instead of that side.
On the video, it's going to come out corrected. It always does.
Okay.
This is the first time with my brand new video camera. I had 2 other previous ones that didn't work out. Hopefully this one doesn't come out looking all pink. It certainly doesn't look that way on the screen. This is a Sony, so it's,
And also,
there's a little product plug endorsement there.
And also, guys, I'm going to have to close the door because, well, I was playing Super Mario 64. My cousin's game. Very good game. So I'm going to be gone for a second.
Okay, we'll just close the door, okay? All right. Campbell Scott, George C. Scott's son, No Way Back, old trauma goodness, hard to find movie. If you find that, you might want to pick that one up. I don't know if it's worth anything money-wise, what it goes for on Amazon or eBay nowadays. Dead Silence, unrated. Of course, obviously, I picked this up at a used copy at a video store.
That looks good. That looks good.
It is good if you like your mannequin doll movies. Here is, an old Full Moon cult video version of Parasite. I've got several versions of this.
I love all the teeth up there. You know that, to me, that kind of looks like icicles.
Get that up there where they can see it there.
If I'm being completely honest, that looks like icicles. Is that icicles?
No.
Because if you don't know, if it turns out all pink, but what it looks like if it wasn't in a pink hue, maybe it isn't, but the monster is blue, so I'm wondering if that's like some icicle for the teeth and snow and dried up like snow for like the skin. Sorry,
this video is going to go really long. You see what left I have to go through here, bud. We need to keep moving, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Cold and Dark. Interesting little film. Hard to find from First Look Pictures.
Very blue. Very, very blue.
So, anyway, there's that one.
I smacked my leg.
Ooh, this one's creepy. Death Tunnel. Haven't seen that one.
I can see.
Haven't watched that one in a while.
See that. I haven't watched it in a while.
Nope.
Just not a fan of it anymore, I guess, guys.
No, I like it. I just haven't watched it in a while. I got, new movies to watch that I haven't watched yet. Possession. Isabella, Johnny, Sam Neill. One of the most whacked out, crazed out analogy of divorce and all the emotions that go with a relationship breaking up. This is the original Anchor Bay version again. My archives have some of my oldest films in it. And so that's another one of those. Oh, here's some more Friday the 13th stuff. Jason X had to pick that up. Got that.
Oh yeah. People at school actually talk about Jason. I don't know why they watched it because I'm not a fan of horror movies. If you guys didn't know, so yeah.
And this was a $3 pickup.
So now I actually know what Jason is. It's a.
Those of you all.
It's a scary horror movie.
Those of y'all that watch Jean Rollin French films. Y'all would be familiar with Bridget LaHue.
Fearless?
she's a beautiful lady. But anyway, here's she's in this one, Faceless. This one is very, very
Oh,
good.
Faceless.
Yeah.
For some reason, I read it as Fearless.
And that's a Shriek show, so if you can find that cheap, grab it. I got a really good deal on it, surprisingly, and it was brand new. Wasn't even used. Here is the old... Now, this version is cut. I have since got the Code Red Blu-ray version of this, but this was the only version of this that was available just before dawn.
Is it just before
Just before dawn. And this has George Kennedy. This is by far one of my favorite slashers of all time. I mean, this is...
Do you like Beyond the Door
this
better?
This is like top 20 stuff. Well, Beyond the Door is more of a possession movie. That's more of a slasher. So...
Well,
Rottweiler.
Oh, sorry guys, my leg hit the camera.
Yep, a tripod. Okay, Rottweiler.
What?
Love my crazy dog films.
Crazy dog films. More like a bulldog.
No, that.
Hashtag bully dog.
It's more kind of like a robotic Rottweiler. It's kind of weird.
Really?
Ooh, this was a good one. The Girl in Room 2A.
2A?
Yep.
That I didn't know
That was a recent pickup. Got that
recent?
That's from Mondo Macabro DVD.
Mondo Macabro?
Mondo Macabro, honey. That one doesn't belong in this video. Sweet Home Alabama, just in case I ain't holding out on you, but that's not a horror movie. Yes, I watch Reese Witherspoon movies, so I like them. Ooh, Andrew McCarthy from the old Brat Pack teen 80s movies, The Sight. This was a made-for-television, but a very good, a very good little ghost movie. I enjoyed this quite a bit. So The Sight.
By the way, where I was playing Super Mario 64 was on the television because it's a Nintendo 64. Okay.
Man Thing for you Marvel Comics people. I know you're used to seeing all the superhero things, but I bet a lot of you have not seen Man Thing. And those of you all that read the old comics, you all are familiar with this.
That must mean it's rare.
Another Dimension Extreme. Again, these are out of print. Killing Gene. I've read great reviews on this one. Have not watched it yet.
Hang on. I gotta tell you something.
Okay, go ahead.
Since you said probably haven't heard of it, is it rare?
Which one? The Killing Gene? Yeah, this one. Yeah.
No, Man Thing.
Oh, Man Thing? It's not real rare. I think you can still get it. It's not out of print or anything. It's not scarce, but if you haven't seen it, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Some people didn't care for it, but I'm not a fanboy. I don't read the comic books. So
Just like me, because I don't really care for horror movies. So I don't really know why I'm on this horror movie channel.
Well, because you jumped in and you wanted to be part of it. I ain't going to not let you be part of it.
So I guess since I'm not a horror movie fan, I'm just gonna leave.
You're gonna bail?
Nope. No, thank you.
All right.
I was just kidding.
Oh, you're gonna stay? Okay.
Yep.
The Remains. Got this for $3.95. Got this at
that looks very creepy.
McKay's in Nashville. If y'all ever get a chance, those of y'all that are movie lovers, McKay's in Nashville, books, CDs. I mean, they've got some rare stuff in there, and they don't charge you a ridiculous amount for it. From what I've seen when I was there, and this was, a couple years ago.
Like $23 or something?
No, this was $4, $3.95. Oh, and I got this for pretty cheap because I only had it on VHS at one time.
Maniac.
Yeah.
Ooh, like that sword. That sword right there. If you were even gonna see it,
it's actually just a big knife. But anyway, yeah, this
has
is definitely
blood on it.
Yeah, it's one of the most graphic covers ever. Definitely one that catches people's attention. Great movie. Joe Spinelli. It's a classic. If you haven't seen it.
Yeah. If you're watching this video, and you looked at that cover, and then wait till tonight because you're gonna have a nightmare. Just wait for it.
Shark Night. Fun shark movie, PG-13, not too crazy, but surprisingly good, exciting, fun. My wife, who is not a horror movie fan, surprise, surprise, actually liked this one quite a bit. Creature features are
actually, guys, for a second, I thought that the girl's head was part of the shark. I was like...
Nope, she's in the water. She's being attacked by one of those nasty sharks. Oh, these are great. I love the Final Destination films. Here's a 4-pack. That's a good way to go. They're all on separate discs, so it's not like they compressed them all on the same disc or anything. There are 4 different individual discs in the set. So they did this one right. So good job, Warner Brothers.
If you guys were wondering, the movies that are on here, if you couldn't read it, is Final Destination, Final Destination 2, Final Destination 3, as well as Final Destination 4.
And they made a fifth one.
Oh, really?
I can't remember if I've seen it or not. The original John Carpenter's The Fog. If you have not seen this one is fantastic.
Hashtag serious fog
everybody knows Halloween, but I think The Fog kind of gets forgotten until they did that remake, which I heard wasn't real great. That was such a perfect movie, though. I just didn't want to see the remake, so I can't tell you if it's any good or not. A lot of people hate on remakes, but some remakes are just fine. It's whatever you like.
Whatever I like.
Midnight. Kind of a bizarre movie. This one I think might be kind of hard to
I
get
actually
now.
stay up till midnight, guys. I actually do.
I don't know if this is
I'm a late
expensive
bird.
now or if it's still in print, but it's a full screen version, so this is an older DVD. Like you ever see full screens anymore. This was released by Lionsgate.
Must have been made in the 1900s if it's old.
Here's one I like. It's kind of hard to find. This is York Entertainment.
Now,
okay. They've been out of print for a long time.
I'm going to do a jump scare, guys.
Look, I can't see it, dude.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, that jump scare right there. I can't even fit the whole movie.
How about we turn it right side up so they can see a little better? Dark Carnival.
Oh, no. I am so sorry.
Yeah, you don't hit my camera, hon.
This
is my first time using it. I don't want it broken.
I am so sorry.
Okay, well, just don't do that anymore.
I was trying to do a jump scare, but...
Graduation Day. Vanna White. Yes, the Vanna White from Wheel of Fortune is in this. Graduation Day.
Turned out to be a jump scare of a moving camera.
Good little 80s drive-in horror flick.
And a good 80s And a good 80s jump scare.
I found this one rather boring. It's kind of short. It's kind of like a 40-minute movie, 50 minutes, something like that. The Ghost of Angela Webb. This is part of the
didn't put much work into
Alpha
it.
Video new cinema line. I don't know. It wasn't as good as I hoped it'd be. It's very low budget. I mean, there's aspects of it I guess that are good, but it's not. I don't know. I didn't love it.
There's just so much rattling going on in the back.
Razor Teeth. This is Polonia Brothers.
I think
Mark and John. I think John is the one that passed away. But anyway, they tried to do their best to do an homage to Roger Corman's Piranha, and this is what they came up with. And it is very, very low budget. So only for people that like to watch homebrew movies, because that's basically what it is. Intruder with Bruce Campbell. Sam Raimi even makes a small appearance about a maniac stalking people in a grocery store. Bruce Campbell doesn't come until the end, even though he's there, close to the top.
Daddy?
He's not one of the main stars. He just makes a cameo.
Since you said Maniac on this movie, is it anything like sort of like to the Maniac movie you showed over there?
Well, it's similar. It's just a serial killer guy, so yeah, it's similar in that regard, but they're not related. Ooh, the best, hands down best, as far as I'm concerned, TV movie ever made, especially horror films, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
And I have one in my hand. If you guys
love that movie. This has got Larry Drake, Charles Durning. I mean, it has a great cast, and it was made for television. I remember seeing it back in the I think it was the 70s. But yeah, this is a fantastic film.
As well as
genuinely creepy.
Eaten Alive.
This is one of those old nasty Italian cannibal movies. This was this who did this? Was this Umberto Lenzi? Yeah, Umberto Lenzi was known for doing a lot of these kinds of films. Eaten Alive. That is a censored cover, so I didn't really cover it.
Cover to cover
because they put the Eaten Alive right over all the naughty bits, so to speak. Ooh, this one isn't great, but I kind of like it. You don't find many horror pirate movies. And they had another one called Crossbones, I think is what it was called. It was horrible. It was absolute a snooze fest. But this one's slightly better. And this one was from the Asylum Home Entertainment. I don't know if you can still get this. Jolly Roger, Massacre at Cutter's Cove. So, kind of an interesting film. Not great, but,
guys,
worth a look.
I actually can still hear the Mario game. But
why'd you leave it on?
Here is Dolls.
Dolls is great. This is a Charles Band Empire Films.
It looks like she's teeth, but the lips are right there, and she pulled out her eyes for some reason, so now she's blind. I could just pull out my eyes right now. Boom.
No, don't do that. Shout Factory. Put this out on Blu-ray.
I couldn't.
It is available still.
I bet I couldn't even do it if I tried.
Uber rare Anchor Bay stuff. Right there. You can see it. This is super rare. Maybe one of the rarest. I don't know. It's up there. Thou Shalt Not Kill Except. Sam Raimi. plays a nut.
A nut?
It's just a fun movie. It's just
Guys,
crazy.
just eat me
Lots of
because
fun.
I'm a nut. I actually kind of like nuts. Okay, it's not really comfortable.
Here's a 2-pack of people under the stairs, and shocker. Well, honey, I hadn't planned on you being in the video, otherwise I would have made room for you.
Okay. It's fine. I will try to do as less moving as possible, so I don't want it to get in the way of the video.
This movie here gets a lot of hate. Season of the Hunted, I really, really enjoy this one. Basically, man being stalked by a bunch of guys when, he's the deer and they're the hunters. It's kind of like Surviving the Game with Ice-T and Rutger Hauer. Lower budget. A lot of people really hate this film. I actually find it quite enjoyable. I've watched it numerous times.
It looks good.
Yeah, and it is. Now, I know
But
what you did.
apparently it gets hates.
And of course, who doesn't love Jennifer Love Hewitt? Well, I did. And she did The Ghost Whisperer on TV, which I know is very popular.
The camera is thinking that the stuff on the cover is real people.
Yeah, well, it has face recognition, but they're not going to see that. We're going to see that. So anyway, there's
just if
still
you
Know
weren't
What You
in
Did
the
Last-
just if you weren't in the loop there.
Here's the sequel. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. This is the second cover I think they did of this. This isn't the original
Sorry guys,
cover. So anyway, there it is.
I just can't handle laughing
Oh,
because
that movie has Jack Black too. Just so you know. Here's kind of a rare one I picked up. I think they just started printing it again. I'm not sure, but Scared to Death. This is a retro media release. I saw this on video when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. I love this one. It's a good film. Let me see that one real quick.
it's Into the Fire.
Into the Fire, Olivia Diabo. Different kind of movie. I liked it, though. Horror is kind of, for people like things, a little different. Sorry about all the glare.
And guys, if you are a dog fan of horror dogs and like horror movies, Dogs, the horror movie, is there for you.
Yeah, and the thing that's funny about this film is some of the dogs, they just had food, like peanut butter and stuff to get the dogs to chase after them. So some of these dogs don't actually look angry; they just look like dogs running at people. So it's kind of comical, but it's really good. It's fun. It's a fun, it's a fun
I know what
movie.
this is all about.
I like dog horror movies. Eaten Alive, for those of you who like crocodile movies, this is a Tobe Hooper follow-up after he did Texas Chainsaw Massacre back in the 70s. And it's got Marilyn Burns from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That must be the remake, because there was already an Eaten Alive in...
Right, that's a good point. Totally unrelated movie. That was a cannibal movie. This is about a guy who keeps a crocodile in a bayou in a little motel, and he's got this pet crocodile, and he feeds the guests to the crocodile.
Also, I have a question. Was the guy arrested in one of these Eaten Alives for literally copying the title of the other Eaten Alive?
No.
Okay.
No, there was no. Especially back when it came out.
Big Bad. Oh.
This is a very comical, one of the funniest and most interesting werewolf movies that kind of flew under the radar. This is a great werewolf movie. Big Bad Wolf. I enjoyed this immensely. This was a cheap pickup. This is like $1.88 at Big Lots. And I bought this years ago, but definitely recommend this one.
Hence the name Big Bad Wolf.
Right.
But not the Big Bad Wolf from Three Little Pigs. We're not about that there. We're about horror movies. Like the movie Dead in 3 Days.
Yep, now that's a Dimension Extreme film also. My movies are all going crazy here. Okay, so anyway, another Dimension Extreme. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten up here. I'm going to call this video. Obviously, I'm not out of the frame, and I'm on my bed, and so all my movies are going all over the place. So I'm going to put some away. I'm going to call this video done, and I'm going to come back with another one, and we're going to finish up the archives for you. So I appreciate y'all tuning in, so take care, and I will see you later.
Bye. And also subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe.
And give it a like.
We would like that. Thanks.